Hello you gorgeous people of the interwebs, I hope you're having a fandabby dozy day today. Today is going to be just a little bit of a catch-up video where I've been, what I've been doing, what I've been up to and why I haven't been on the YouTubes for the last 2 or 3 weeks. Okay, let's get into it. Grab a cup of tea or a glass of wine or something. I do want to say a massive thank you and shout out to everyone who has sent me DMs on Instagram checking in on me. If you are new to my channel, then hiya, I am Gwenny and I love luxury in all of its glorious forms. If you love luxury in all of its glorious forms, you should get down there, hit subscribe and ring my bell so you don't miss out any of my luxury based shenanigans. Oh my god, we'll get to the bottom of this shortly. Show the videos you enjoy the thumbs up love, give them a like, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Okay, so I usually do videos around handbags and fashion. Luxury handbags are my absolute my favourite thing. They have been for decades. I am also 49. I'm going to be 50 at the end of this year, and being 49, I am in the throes of perimenopause, which the lion, my husband, says, "Peri, does that mean you're fizzy?" And yes, I am always just a little bit fizzy. But no, I'm perimenopausal. And if you've not heard the word perimenopause before, which I don't believe because you're a woman, mostly because most of the people who watch my videos are women, not making generalizations or assumptions there, but the stats show that, and the stats show that you are pretty much in my sort of age range. So most of us will have heard of the menopause, which is where bang, everything stops, your menstruation stops and everything like that, your hormones are blah blah gone, and you move into the post-menopausal, literally post-menstrual version of yourself, right? So that's the later stages. Perimenopause is the bit in between your usual started menstruating. I was 11 when I started, up until the point where you stop. There's a bit in the middle where you're still menstruating and you're not quite in menopause, but you are somewhere in between, where your hormones are playing absolute merry hell with you, but you are still menstruating. So yay, win-win, right? We don't hear about perimenopause an awful lot, and I've been in it for 2 years, at least. I've been on HRT for 2 years, and it got to the point where I had symptoms that I didn't know were linked to it. I'm always a hot person. The lion and I are always fighting over the thermostat. He wants it cranked up to 23 degrees. I want it down at 19 degrees. That's in Celsius, obs. So we're always fighting over that. I'm always hot. He's always cold. So when I started experiencing hot flushes, I just kind of put it down to the fact that I'm hot all of the time, so it wasn't easy to pick it out and identify it. Then I had brain fog. I couldn't remember things. I started doing really stupid shit, and it just wasn't me. And I honestly thought dementia. That early onset dementia is where this is headed. I really didn't know what was going on. I thought I was going mad. And then I looked into a little bit, the lion looked into a little bit, because obviously he could see these changes in me as well. And we came up with the idea that, I could actually be perimenopausal. So I went to see a lady plumbing nurse and had a chat with her, and she was like, yeah. Now, one of the really fun things about perimenopause and the menopause is everyone's different. So while you might have the classic signs of hot flushes and night sweats, that was a really fun one for me as well. There are lots of other symptoms that show themselves that could be really personal to you, and some of the other people in your world who are also experiencing menopause don't get them as well. So Anyway, that's that in a nutshell. So we identified that I was in perimenopause a couple of years ago. I started on HRT and I was on Everall 50. I also have been using for the last, I want to say almost 30 years, the Mirena. It's not a coil, it's like a little plastic T-bar and it's got hormones in it. It stays for 5 years and the hormones that are in it last for 5 years. That's its lifetime, and because the hormones are going directly where they're needed, the dose is really, really low and it's just really steady. So I had previously, I'll just say, I had that fitted for endometriosis. I had previously had injections, contraceptive injections that lasted for 3 months and they were awful. I gained about 3 stone in the course of 9 months with doing nothing else different but having these jabs. I had them 3 times before I said no more. But also I turned into a bit of a psycho hose beast, like emotionally, for about 2 weeks after having the jab. Absolutely awful. Would not recommend. Again, everyone's reaction to everything is going to be very, very different. So my grandmother, my teta, was reading a news report while I was struggling with, trying to find something that would help manage my incredibly debilitating periods. And she read an article about this thing called Mirena and sent me the article in the post. And I took it to my GP and said, why hasn't this been offered to me as a solution, as a treatment for endometriosis and painful periods? And he said, oh, well, because they're really expensive. They last for 5 years and you're like 21, you're going to want to have kids soon. So we don't want to give it to you because we'll just have to take it out in a year when you decide to have children. And like, oh, I'm sorry, my man, I don't want to have children. I never have. Okay, I was 21 at that stage, or 20 at that stage, but I already knew I didn't want to have children. I'm here, I'm 49, I haven't had children, and I'm really happy about that because I have never wanted to have children. There was about 10 minutes where the lion and I talked about what it would be like to have a little mix of the two of us running around. We nixed that pretty quickly. But other than that, never wanted children, really happy that I have never had children. And I know that's not going to go down particularly well with some people who think that that's my only job here is to procreate and what have you. But yeah, I don't feel any less of a woman for not carrying an alien in my tummy. And that's kind of how I think of pregnancy. Anyway, so fought for the Mirena, got the Mirena, had them for about 30 years. When I was on started my HRT, my Mirena had run out, it kind of expired, so I was on a slightly different hormone balance of HRT, and the night sweats gone, the brain fog gone. I could remember words for things. I wasn't going and thing for everything. Cognitively, I just felt like I was more with it. I felt like myself again. So HRT, yes please. Hot flushes leveled out. Been on that for 2 years, on Everall 50. I did have my Mirena replaced in March. It's got to be 2023. It's got to be 2 years now. Or was it last year? I don't know. I've either been on it for a year or 2 years. That's just another part of it, I guess, not remembering things fully. So the symptoms started creeping in again, flushing. Hot flashes, not being able to remember things, being really upset and unsure of myself, and feeling again of losing myself and losing my mind. Physical symptoms, one thing, okay? I can deal with those. I can ride them out. They're not fun, but if I needed to, I'd just buckle down, ride them out. It's the mind stuff, the feeling like I was losing my mind. That was the thing that really worried me, concerned me, and upset me. I was upset. So reached a point and I just couldn't cope anymore. And I was trying to film a video to go out on the YouTubes for my usual Sunday. I'd skipped a Thursday because every time I thought I'm going to do it now, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to record a video now, I had a massive hot flush, my face was bright red, my brain just stopped working, and I was like, I can't do it. So I went to see the lady plumber, and she agreed to up my HRT to 75. 100 is the max, so that's the next and final stage, so I'm hoping I won't need to hit that too soon. And slowly over the course of like a week and a half, 2 weeks on the slightly higher dose, I've started to feel a lot better, a lot more with it. So in the time that I haven't been sitting in front of the camera and in front of my PC doing editing, what have I been doing? I've been outside. We're moving into spring, so we've been in the garden. I took out a bush that Lily's really unhappy with me for taking out because it's her favourite hiding place in the garden, but it was a big bush, it took up a lot of floor space, and we are starting to plan veg patches and what we're going to do with the garden this year. We want to put in a hot tub, we want to put in an outdoor kitchen, we want to do all of these things. It needs to be designed and we need the floor space in the garden to do that. So I did that. I have been doing lots of jigsaw puzzling, which I've really enjoyed. On International Women's Day I actually started a new puzzle after I'd completed my old one. And that puzzle was Phenomenal Women, which I thought was really appropriate. So I started that, and so every day after work, and I work full-time, if you're new and you didn't already know this, I work full-time, work from home, so does my husband, the lion, and after work what I've been doing was, or before work even, was I've been editing my videos before work and after work. And it just takes up a lot of time to edit. So in the future, you might see slightly less editing in my videos just because it's so time consuming. And so instead of staying on my PC with like a foggy brain and trying to work through that and push through that, I would take myself downstairs, I would start doing some puzzling, I'd play with the kittens. They're not kittens, they're 5, but they are still kittens to us. So I'd play with the girls. Go and stand outside, take a few deep breaths of fresh air. Like I said, it's spring, so it's getting a little bit lighter. It's not pitch black at 5 p.m. anymore, and it's just being away from a screen, and also being away from my phone screen as well. And I do want to say a massive thank you and shout out to everyone who has sent me DMs on Instagram, checking in on me, and my YouTube friends, the Handbag Tribe, for messaging me, because they've all got my number, messaging me on the WhatsApp, checking in and making sure I'm okay. So really appreciate and love you guys all for that and checking in. And I found it very moving, yeah, that people cared, because sometimes you just feel like you're kind of talking into the void a little bit here. And when you're low, you're feeling low, you're not happy, and you know, this all just part of normal life. You know, there are highs and lows. We're not always 100% bouncing off the walls all the time, and perimenopause is an absolute kicker. So I retreated. I went into a kind of just into my own little bubble. Kind of cut myself off from, didn't reach out to anyone, didn't do anything. I had my support system here in the lion and the kittens, giving me cuddles and purrs and making me feel nice. But I just retreated kind of into my own bubble and just was here. And I needed it. And I would recommend to anyone, if you are feeling like you need to take a step back, take a step back. You know, take a step back. Be a little bit selfish. It's not even selfish, but just take that time for yourself if you feel you need it. And I have needed it, and I have felt not entirely refreshed, but better for it. So my perimenopause symptoms are levelling out. I know HRT isn't going to be for everyone, for either personal reasons or medical reasons. It's not for everyone. But it has bloody helped me. Absolutely bloody helped me. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been just relaxing. Take some time for yourself if you need to. I'm sorry that I have been MIA, and just kind of walked away and dropped everything. But I needed to retreat, and I feel a little bit better now. So I wasn't ready really to start filming again. I mean, check out these roots. But I had a delivery from Louis Vuitton, so I had to film the unboxing for that. I've literally just done that. I'm probably going to put this video out first, more as a where have I been kind of thing. What have I been up to? We've been going out on date nights, but really mostly it's been just trying to relax and take time for myself. And I've finished my next puzzle, so I'm going to move on to the next puzzle. And yeah, just not stress about deadlines for anything other than work. Oh yeah, and there's stuff going on with the house as well. We're still working through the plans on replacing the floor in the snug to get rid of the damp and all of that kind of stuff. Anyway, that's a whole different thing. Lots of different stress factors all in one place. Perimenopause was the shitty cherry on the top, and now it seems to be under control again. So am I fully back? We shall see. Definitely feeling a bit better. Anyway, I'm quite warm now. Don't know if I'm flushing or if I'm just warm. So I'm going to sign off here, but I just wanted to say again, thank you very much for all the messages everyone has sent me. I am getting through them over on Instagram. If you are feeling any of these symptoms, don't try and ride it out. Go and speak to someone. I know that there have been cases where people have had to jump up and down and scream and shout and say, this isn't normal for me. I know what normal is for me, and this isn't it. Help me. So if you are feeling anything, any kind of anything, go speak to your GP, speak to your gynae, if that's what you have, and stand your ground and just say, I know what's normal for me and this isn't. Help me. And now I am going to say goodbye because I need to go and have a cup of tea. Thank you very much, everyone. Drop a little love heart in the comments if you're still here. I know it's been a bit rambly, and I know it's not my usual content, but it's not talked about enough, and I wanted to share with you where I've been, what's been happening, and how I've been feeling. My next video will be an unboxing and back to normal programming, I guess. And then I'm going to get my hair done, which I was hoping to have done before the unboxing arrived. But anyway, the box arrived. Bye-bye. I love you all. Thank you very much for all of the messages and stuff. It really touched me that you care. And until I see you, yes you, boop, for the next video, please stay safe. Be kind to yourselves. Really be kind to yourselves. Be kind to others, because you never know what they're going through. Stay fan-dabby-dozy, stay safe, stay fan-dabby-dozy, and bye-bye!